24 after 8, I questions here. My men yes, Commander 1, Onona, a brass say, Commander 6, sorry, so what the character, my body rules, the Deputy Minister, a former Deputy Minister of Education, Member of Parliament for Ascent South, right? Yeah, but before, Babana questions here, I will have me say, ye and come about community and the minister, in 5 minutes, I mean, I was here, the best atutuna no yenkoma yebeboimu akwasi akwa babiem and I saw you with your MPP. Is it the leak or the release or the report or whatever now in its original form no na say sa nkomo de ebe tabonte
o de be say nkomo a omodi ama party mpanifo unse report say ne ba de ma party mpanifo na omde tu omhofo against the next elections. I think been a see the late Dr. Kosibuchi.
Yeah,
be my
for the NDC.
Yeah. Normal say a beliki. Normal, yeah. Send back for crash them a bomb pay AP. The normal.
What are some of the fallout was enough so that matter so quickly.
So fallout in BS also I'm share the totality of some of the constituencies. So for example, Ntim I'm going to make sure say free. Say MP na one ahemfo ne bi Ntim Fordjour. Na ne human relations nso nye. Party ne so is high nhwehan tena asema a former member of parliament for 2004 and 2008 echo as independent. Eno echi Ora France ade ni mo you honest be a member of parliament. Ya hyeda fa na anye hwe wo party ne. Eti omsi ejaomo eya kakra. Ofa babeti say I think Otafo. Say MP no free ho. Say papa na bechira de Otafo.
Why no?
Vincent Ekosefo.
Okay.
Free ho no. And papa na bechira de o.
But does it matter?
Does
it matter say on free sabia ho?
Yes sir. Say hwe part no enhye ye a ewom so betimi agina de apre. Mrahye wedwa akonya part ne dim. MBS or say watna and now free honum at least anya hwe base num
to atena ho more than 5 years.
Yeah, that is it. But so no on free one tena honum so sa. And I think KTM on so there. So no na kopa an wade so ne kon. Say nsem keka and ma on answer ko wie ni se ne ekowie no. Now the Kwabre issue no had to do with Enkomodia President Kufuor will take FM.
Kwabre
about Aquina, yeah. So I say vote in your muadia. Say this no person fan come and meet me akwa komom.
But what was wrong with that statement?
I almost say eyomoya.
Eshiwomo.
Komo social sentiment and when Kwabre is Emma MPP vote change. Region bia, change constituency bia. And so my kwan e ho asem. Na say ka de a kire mampani. Na mampani ntimi kan bibia an kire na be ka kire nyina ne say vote ne wodia. Maybe a person ko betim dia akodia. They may say mampani appreciate sacrifices no my idea ma the party na onam so ebeye mampani no. Then I think the final part of today the end maybe term as greediness.
Okay.
On the part of party leadership. Yes. So many businessmen be almost sponsor a party no from opposition. As so twin ko bi chem say o yin sika de support a party say party ni ba power at least obenya contract bi. But the we actually no adwuma no a businessman e odi hu sika ma party no na party mpenfo na fa kira ko bi business e de gi sa contract
adwuma na ese ono nko ye
no
na party ni na nkasa esi akire
asa fa kire
obo ano no
yes akobi business or register general e de gi sa contract
to omo the businessmen do do na
yeah I think that will be second paragraph on page 54 so
okay. Was that a report?
Me will full report. Smart catchings now.
Okay. So once you walk us through some common back daily graphic front page, President Mahama then SHS.
Okay, say President shift GS in Galamsey fight. Excavator Caesar replaces burning.
They say no. About a quiet quantity of President John Dramani illegal mining. President John Dramani Mama Kinkan Kaku and graphic.
Okay, so page 13.
13 na
Kinkan as Mampani Kenyans on what she ayeshi excavators neso. No nya yen zina yafe yen famwa the various assemblies in Fanyajuma. Na also okay. I say President John Dramani Mahama has announced a shift in the government approach to combating illegal mining, also known as Galamsey. Instead of banning excavators seized from illegal mining sites, President Mahama has instructed a task force leading the fight to confiscate the equipment. I have told them not to ban the excavators. They should confiscate them, the president said. President Mahama announced this during a meeting with members of the Christian Council of Ghana at the Jubilee House last Friday, led by the chairman of the Christian Council of Ghana, Reverend Dr. Hilad Deladobe. They called on President Mahama to congratulate him on his victory. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so you have a yes. So that is the one of the approaches that
yes.
the president now feels illegal mining.
Sure.
So this approach was adopted by the NPP, where the various assemblies about whatever excavators in Hong Kong also and almost shifted from just GSC on the Nipebi and assembly, share in the midst of all these two approaches, if we said that is what we need now in our quest to fight an illegality that is still running in the system.
No credit ni yafa. No credit ni yafa.
So kase no credit ni yafa dey na pese ye.
Ye nyina so man no credit ni yafa because I can Mahama ekan. Ya yi bi pen. En kan papam no. Say assemblies no etisika current excavators. Any other the gutters awodum. So ke enye obi onam kwoti kwan so de ewura forest na siaje aka be ya ban japade. Ke mfa mu assemblies. But assembly kro na abeko no obi afa ekire de ama Galamsey for nanom sare kwa
assembly kro na.
And even ye ko pow asojafo say omon fight against Galamsey. Asojafo ni biam no modi nkomo se akwese de ma ko wie na asojafo ni be complicit in the fight ne say. Wako fa excavator ko tututuo e wo nwurem. E de excavator be sin kran. Na otwemi enseje okwa from the same excavator no esi kwaye ni. Ti one fa free nkran kwa kwaye ni.
De ye ko kire no.
Ye ko kire ne de ba nkran no. Na otwemi ensa so no okodu kwaye fufuru mu a the same excavator no chiye no. Esi kwaye ni. Eti ochire bi na de ofan say. Se me kokoto tutu na ka Galamsey fu bom to na mu ya. Ntim Fordjour,
do you have a role, a responsibility in the fight against illegal mining?
The role never fighting, is a man for baby a Galamsey course. Omunye willing and prepared for the fight.
Bia you two for good year, into on a question. Yenya who was prepared.
Yes, sir. I want to call me free. Omunu ye ready. How
do you become ready?
This is someone of common ability because so we fear ye baby. Now ye buy okute to me a 2 million face so they would to show.
I don't ready to share.
I don't think one enemy tell you to na show. Because maybe be him so koko twitwi. Obebodi say na no me no kwa hanom de no kwa gidi. Then they be hanom be friend de otu be simi so. So maybe their own personal gains. Their own personal benefit. Of fun say. Galamsey ba ye. Me nwe bi owie GHS no wonya adwuma ye. Me nwe bi owie SHS no Galamsey so nam so de esi hotel. And then moi me ton first na kamenua emu konko baako. Galamsey be na menua boto baako. Enso. So the general fight no enye ye nyina ye nkanko eye me and myself. But
this is a president or no to say the first step amongst other directives or diama is that ya avoid SHS number 2 or instruct EPA for say ya kwaye ni insu so mo no mundu nyuma. Number 3, the sector minister himself has admitted that it is a collective responsibility on all of us our part. That collective responsibility, no. Now you say, since when? Maybe a collective responsibility. Is it not President Mahama in power? Was it not President Akufo-Addo in power? Now you're the full because a wine, we have a figurehead. It's not the case. So how do we solve this problem? Because if we don't take away that among yourself bit now, you're the 40 and among two be a year to now. Yebenya Susan so papa no na ache. Yebeba na so and other matters. We have taken every step in our life based on your interest, which is not a Ghana interest, based on where we stand as a group or as people, based on which political party is in power. It is principled. In Tieneno, Obeheno, Adia Nanke no Enyeno, because the NDC was in opposition then. Today, that same channel is the best with explanation. So how do we shift from that unprincipled characters and behaviors, attitudes, and get to that lane now. Ebe buama ye shape thoughts. Now the Ghana agenda and the dream. And just like the NDC will say, the Ghana we all want to build, you know, a reality.
Amanda be America, the average Ghanaian is selfish.
The average Ghanaian
is selfish. E pesa men kuminya. Niama e kuna ye de niama ne mebi won ma ayedi wo emamu nyina ye pesa men kuminya. E pesa men kuminya.
But young Kosun can a person kuminya a greed, a dufuripe, young Kosun can say we have for the past 15, 12 years. So how do we go about it? Because the moment we keep doing this prescription, a dufuripe, a person kuminya, a boapayo, but when we keep saying that and we keep doing that there, then what change are we expecting?
It make us a change in the because we are still doing the same old things. Or my amesi old and try you know, your money to be tumpong. Omaya dwanto ahini wom oma ntimi ntumpon because am ye bone na se abu na me ye ne bone na abu fari o man hini nim na ma bedwanto o man na abu be hwe o man hini fari o fari nim e de bone a cheme na aso twen se fata abu mfa ma me de a o kine mesimi asanya kodu asa ko ebi
but dwanto no kwa no elusu ni hini na nkase ye de bae no because a dwanto abema is an admission say why ye enfom so
yeah
this enfom so no si ebe twa so ebia odo kotodwe ni be nante be don hwere be nsia ye ma ne nkokwa ye be ma odo kotodwe no anante bia don hwere be ni nefi se ye fere fo bi abedwa ato ye ti asudie so ba asudie ne de maw be na edwa nto no nothing of so
and ye first na ye ti ase de fa sina first na ye ti ase de fa mesi o man pesamin kuminya be ka ho bi o ka ho bi ni o hwe me ka ho bi. But nipa na dey so was a political figure no so betimi aboa asesa narrative no onso fi se me nyi buy ono no be ye ode ye because ye born this year be minister na busuafo ni age ebose but na busuafo nwe ho se e ya de so ade kese de aso bo fa asena so busuani no ni ye twu nyina se o man na ye yi o hey what be be adwo mama de ne kwa kwache. That's a mentality
ye ntwe adwene free sa nyoma no
ye yi nyina se o man ni na ekọ ayi cocoa board hey what did you ross
adwene na ide ekọ no
adwene no eji se na so man ni ko no man ni fa bi ma ya ja no o pepe
onye ni papa
itimodin oni papa bonni e krom obi o papa bi obi ese ne nsam go
yensi ho no so bi obi a oye ni papa e okroma ne
obi ese ne nsam go se ne o ide ti o man se yo se nyo once an nsam go nkwa de e board papa sa.
Okay, so back conversation. The Deputy Minister former Education, Baba Kainsa, many questions be working through. Few questions be maybe about the conversation. This is the Ghana conversation. 0302-211-701 equity 4. 0302-211-701 equity 4. We are trying to be, and we have to be, and we should be patriotic towards Ghana's progress and development. Maybe. Also, idea be an association a bit shaping thoughts and minds. Would you say be a bit more shifted for a I could be home, I'm an abo console, because also for adventure, FR Brain 0302-211-701, equity AF4, now they are brain. So, equity, so fundamentally, we've gotten it wrong, Anna, because
yes, it's
a form of us, yes, she said,
yen be a year do dream the year, and say, no chrome, yet, and I say,
be to me,
yet, and I say, yet, I think, see a man a wage, they know. And maybe a bit me instill that kind of principles.
But when Chimano to the obviously agency,
anything because it no say you force you honum. You hear or honum. But the fact is, soon as say, if you're in Ancasano, say, now bear so in enti ensu ebeji nyina be kwase honum. It is so be no oje free so ya kwase honum.
It's only a corruption, greed, selfishness, backbiting, pulling down.
Me say the average Ghanaian is selfish.
Okay, Kwabena enko to say.
But you nyame adom ye o man hene.
Good. Oh, nyame adom bibia nam ne kwa so. Anopa ye ti.
Anopa de enye boni bia. Say na mu discuss eye oman yi ho asem. Oman yi se dia e betimi amana koye nim yi pa. Agi yi hu free politicians. And agi anybody politicians no kasa. Any say obi obebe bia no or the blame game on nyonko. Kaya ka Galamsey asemi. Mema fu. Ana fo mu ye Galamsey chamfo yi sinsum tisi ya me no kasa ye adwuma o. Police fo yi bi besen ko. Ye nua no police. Soja fo yi ba kwa. Machine o ma sa ba dit sa di sinsu ni mu. So enti we ba ni abachi obe hu anu masaye. We ba no abanu asaye. Tebia so omoye. Ye security wo ye di adwuma na hye o msa se o mo Emma Galamsey ninja no. Wo munyimu.
I see. Okay, so
wo munyimu manye, wo munyimu. Ah, wo mbesi ko site wo besi. Na so o mo ko ba ko fu isi o mo chiye.
Okay, so
ye obi a ye ni brise ebetimi akun Galamsey ni ye. Na mpacho de tu sum ye no so ko nsem. We dem so metwa tia.
no problem.
Obaje di say koku. Yesi koku ni so ache. Togo fo efri Togo ba kumuha ene na munkrasi ye etuto koku no a ewunim price na mo de amaye no omoto so.
Okay, so yeah, that's the point. Sector Minister Eric Opoku Krom this year, great. Until we need to take a critical look at that. Because no probably 115 or so concealed in gallons or modeko as oil. You know, it's unfortunate. I go see yanko bole sombra or boise yabawia. So much in your SK saying
Inya bema o mine gwabena asante ni biamoko.
O unyame adumti e brain timpacho yanko monso ntempa my why. Unfortunately, let me see a no. So back. So back yenye color yasma oka. Say what it means me did actually say yenye krado yenye ready say ye besisa enyoma ye ya edi o man e kodi chimu no.
I'm say person me nkominyo.
So no, if you keep saying because this morning forgive me, but if we keep saying we have identified ye yare no. Ye ma edru na abema ye ho atimi atoye ne na ye problem there. And how do we move forward?
Because if we feel bitter about Ghana.
But Ghana feels extremely bitter about us.
We feel bitter. Yet me mfo no. Tie nya Ghana na yedi Ghana bone a. Yedi ni bone se na ye share sasabonsa.
Ghana so real because of Kwan Edina Faso. Just get in front of the Daily Graphic. Also the same.
99.57 billion Ghana cedis lost to state. Decade of irregularities in public institutions.
Eti we no Ghana obesira chiro.
Eno na make.
Was it
99.57 billion Ghana cedis.
Jina would be dollars mama. But yamra back nyenko jina dunkwao. E ho boko de
Boko omahene.
Good. Patriotism.
Lechia woni watifo nyina. Patriotism kwaku Mpensenpensenmu and wo mradan electoral area.
Patriotism.
Mabodi besre we say omahene ya say ye ti wache na ye so anytime ya follow. Enti won say na wo keka no e no kre but mu say say we a journalist na say o start emrebi na say ekobase omuhu baby a wujina and say you obeka bia yemfa serious because who ni say wujina amayuku bia fa na wo de kasa enti say ba say we journalist na say ekobase wo ehu baby a wujina what me obeka bia no ye be hu ni say na opese wo kakako enti amasa ade na ba enti be say school ko na mo ka say almost start we say bi mu togofo beto ni ade ade no start free no ha abanda dana penso so we say kwanya fa so abanda dana kwanya fa so to ni kuku na can say na for can say abropo beto na we say 1 ton no no mzitono na ye gan ha se na kufu ado ene na aban se no mzitono a sana
okay so patrol jina ha boy ni solve because unim say obaye reference obi beba be catch us before akufu ado beba na kokos smuggle ho and it is true. That is why it's difficult for us to progress. Nyame Adom unso o nyansa obetimi dia to adwena maya ebetimi akoyanim. Yen koso enye fise na no da asomasi ye na sa nyina na.
Okay. Nye wo kano medase. Enye se yen koso nhwe se na no asomasi ye ntino yen ne sa. E be ka se yen sa enye yi. Na mo yen kai se time a na me de wo so no sa na ye eye we dia ba yen susu mo ne dangu ntam so a nye se ono ne de ne de wo ni mo hwe e pata no a ha adwen na mom ye nyina yen kwala che correct ye hu se o nyema wo ya na koso no mom no kra mi ani munyi na enye enti ne se wo so aba e wo se wo he nje don do mani Mahama onne wa bai me ka se nyankopon de ni munyam se o ye Ghana jinkwa ebi mada.
Okay, menas unim. Ya dribu ene 2 months or less than 2 months. Also so Ghana jenkwa. Nyame amema the next 6 months 1 year or Ghana busuini. The kind of people we also have as citizens of this country are dangerous. The praise singers, the sycophants, the bootlickers. Enti no kura kano so be a central or MPP or NDC. Anya from so makana several times. Nemo so nyame ya wadom na betena akonya ni ma. It's not about a party coloration. Obo homodin say ubetimi edi no kura ma Ghana kane. Ansa no amanyo sem kura no ana amanyo ku no kura tima be. I don't blame anybody who is politically exposed as a journalist. But so when you acquaint no kura microphone no kura pen na so chura. See you sitting in Juman, a Ghana Juman as a partisanship. Say you're careful, then it means that where ye be, it may be, when you quite so say, then it means that a crocodile John, the same circle. Okay, Jina Mankesim. Okay. Now the Kwakun Kasabami.
Kwaku, good morning.
Jerry,
good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Patriotism.
Yo, my phone say.
Boko answer you.
I'm Adom. On a pay the American say, as I'm cano, and who here for. What can I say? Me say, it make a serious excavator near the baby, not yet the cock, the Biancrana baby, baby, as not have a back. Nipa the by the name, when I'm so a party member, yen to minka. Yen nipa, no, a different person, dear, and then a having your opposition, dear, saying, any, your bemudia, a ye, that kind of thing, aircon, yenya, ye walk outside, I cast an any politician, your government. If yes, sir, or my that kind of say we are ye and now Maba and most we be. Yeah, Banady and Cassa, we are you. Then when you have the dream, dear, anyway, ye be in the Infanasa, did they be answered Yamba? Yes, sir. Yamo, dear, Joma, Mahama, Sunny, what I say, me and education, Yama, Sawino, me Paucho, Yafanko Yajuma. Now, what's it at? No, only be a association, and ye condemn me, and ye buy a sashi. Now ye buy a koya, and I buy. Yes, Remoa, won't be my.
Well, so we need to move forward. But in moving forward, we need to correct all those lapses. No? Because you are not able to move forward without probity and accountability, without fairness and without objectivity. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's you to undermine be the old trust enemies in the church here. It's the achia biano, it's a see a treno. Oh, treno so. Quanya over first over treno. And you be who say ampa, quine win over so papa. But remember be an I for Basso, NIB. Can you know? Now, and yet. That's how they operate. Oh my be so. You can be an which is a mutu and among call nada. And then come on with the film by. Never going to be a Caribbean. Oh, what Timacun is there? Only one in common or heart now could be Sarasembia or father. We have found mountain any other much now. So the report that I got from my colleague journalists. Okay. So I say in terms of MPP. Mpensenpensenmu only can call about Kwakufi, Irakufi, Yakufi, they are Yatotuna, no, Nabako, so that's all. A decent. Say a fro said Brani Muswasama, and I may bomb Mabasu. And yet, say war be nice, you know, my uncle Dentam, to me, Yankasawa.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Patriotism Infa.
Me what CIs.
Okay, Patriotism.
In common I use now.
Okay.
It looks like
Mr. Takiniana.
Debbie.
Okay.
In common I use it looks like say BBI. Yes, majority of the EPR Grena agent. Say majority now a corrupt the whole system or block.
Yeah.
You want to the more good ones, why more? Only the yebo that I had nines. You want to see Mesman here in I agenda as not corrupt. It looks like there's CC, no, there is in successful. Bad ones and bad nuts, no, they when you know if you are. You want the best time in I have in agent bubble. Never had the margin on or there because they could Bible no cry. All the time, we are bad ones and why a more as I see that. Yankupon the system, man, Yankupon the best agreement. Or wash all those things, all those bad ones, or wash one you know, or mong damn time, or do pick, ne do pick, or there will wash even semi crying, including myself crying. make a bad nuts no or they will wash with you.
Okay, so thank you so much. At least any power of money command pay. It's so encouraging, very positive. So the change starts with Wo and it started with me. Say Sector Minister, former Deputy Education, Yabeka Nzanda and Nado Danko Akufo-Addo na memo no. Brenington will allow him to walk us through because there are a lot of questions, but a brain limited. The first amongst the National Education Dialogue, Forum. One, they got the invitation. Two, how they see that dialogue. Three, the outcome is out already because your papers in here say Omash as Kasa said already. You have stated that because your papers I can't be one say. Yes, what's saying?
Government should not entirely fund education.
Government should not entirely.
Yes.
And I've seen Reverend even talking in one of the dailies that Nanado's John Mahama's check it in all the dailies anymore.
Okay, so
publisher, check it whether you have it. Mahama's Education Forum Ploy to mutilate free SHS. Hey.
Yeah, opening up to say.
Oh, Nyamia do be hard than that.
Remember, me TF watching. Na Tito one TF free as in South. A dick kind of. Almost say I did here, pa. Just will be banners or the Nsa Babeka. I say the good direction here, and it's a Macquan cry.
That's even an amoko.
Direction here, corner say that the free such by a boy, Emma, a here 4 years, for many now, it mean our clients will make school free. And fear what you born 2.5 billion cities every year. And normally to me increase the enrollment from 830,000 in 2016 to 1.5 million. Now when we buy it, I feel I consider now harder than I be free hold and almost sound the other. So education for a more movie. More bosses will be an said that way. It is just going to be a ploy. President Mahama, they buy better free teachers name. Now what to baby a dimun now a free move. The boss or say senko de be tertiary scholarship and then the boss who say for education now so nya 6.3 million vote no or the aba track U10 every nyina ho no akase o me de make ase me ABC na mom professors for bi na kusia ya stakeholders say ma me nye we anyway the echo ba nyina key things are many wo mo debate sa committee na wo mo coordinating forum no a debate a wo mo kan say one woman the cut-off system no samba. Can na unya certain grade so wabon to the into man ko secondary school.
Okay.
Sa culture ne foforo. No ma Serbia year 2012 to 2016. E there this say and kora sa cut-off no any other consider be to went to me anko school from BEC no 150,000 every year. Went to me anko. One person the sa cut-off no samba. Na no every girls the year 2020 girl out to me the best prizes in all the subjects. Hey, you be a Saturday now, Mrs. Fordjour and head mistress. Hey, a girl be on aggregate almost 44. And this Mpensenpensenmu, come back as no, when we take out of it, admission, continue fee. If we are crabby as or buy, under free SHS 30% equity in grade A schools in Ntim. When you admission call, and I'm so managed by the best student, I one of their most inspiring stories. Almost the sack cut off on the Samba. And they say, oh, yes, now I can predict so almost 250,000 a bit to me a fee because of sack cut off normal day ban. Second thing, almost on day ban and say, more about targeting. Say, as a for entry, nothing for the entry amount.
But the report is not even out. So,
no, but we have been discussing the Kofi Asare Eka committee. And we have been discussing Oba, Joy, sister stations.
But the fact that, but the fact that,
I key among
Obianka proposal na fana mini so mabo po
Kofi Asare Aboso.
Oso mabo
spokesperson.
Yeah, they say any Kofi Asare na Oboso no. Ya adwenchira free other stakeholders what ever
because the agenda setting the ekwaku wi ano me no I'll be the first to jubilate to say what maybe almost stakeholder forum no more say free SHS na wo ho no ye to aso ye tua mu bi.
But that is what the president has said over time, even recently.
Yeah.
Or see
free SHS
ye tua mu bi na ye tua mu bi anso a Sika no mo ka say 100%.
Why do you want to be? I don't know person the Yetuam Obia no emphasize on Yetuam Obia because free SHS no even in opposition no there was that pronouncement by the flag bearer then and now president said it is subject to review.
Yeah.
What is your problem with that?
And to review, no, Mpensenpensenmu I'm able boss to according to the key review points I want babe no, and I'm able boss to
okay,
one of the issues on the targeting. Because escafo ntua, we say say to asum nipa ne wuska, e bia ne background JHS wo call $1 no tua e. Ade na secondary school dey o man kwa man ntua. But no kwan be so na ade ba be fa. Ehun say we is kani we hia ni. What the leap and ade be ye. And any child is indigent. I don't know only 10% of the people na betumi enya. Ne 90% ni na betua. So okas will be about tie as a cool tuntino or is kani onkutua. Sabe me say one no to into so pampa so e o makola anakoto graba market ana security ano e bi kro no ne dan e no bi ono aseku to shrepe e wo ete adwuma kese bi mu no high it will be very unfair and what because we live in a very informal economy so we need good strategy and answer good mean testing criteria crowd separate escafo e di free ehiafo mu a bisa say escafo no o metumi atua o mega so o menya perpetua say Omo no echo school a Ntim Fordjour me koye. Asima so secondary school. No enye category A school no. Ombenya pepa etua mo mako ho ana. They all want to pay and go to Mpensenpensenmu college ne Wesley Girls ne ade. Enti say esikafo omo de elite system no na eba. Fee paying system and eba be wura secondary school mo a. Eba be crowd the best places no amesikafo man nko a. Eno eda nchen a. One other proposal omo de ba eni say also more about category A school biano technical school. Na sa technical school no enya dia ya de bone because ye dada oba GSTS secondary technical even Mpensenpensenmu kura technical anymore. They have a major technical block as secondary technical. We have 120 secondary technical schools already operating. Enya de hofro. Nemo no oba be pre-sec technical, oba be achimota technical, this other technical, Wesley Girls technical, about 60 to 70 schools technical. Why already say, ubenya 10 billion cities, edi akusisi technical blocks, ato fidie gum, edi tools akumwana. We also mahine, unia, ye mfa sebe classroom block, and the technical education.
Minister,
okay,
also want to mean 2.5 billion. And find your free SHS intino. A bill now being 10 billion at the technical block. I'm a category A school sana. Actually, and check by 10 days time or 1 month time. I'm the report on the baby. But agenda setting a woman. It's now so ye din the ombre be a one farm ransom. Yeah. One shot and here for the man. They will be the ones to suffer because some of the scholarship one neighbor. Oh, and why we here near to Michiano. Kwa apply ne farmer wa ebehwe no na uni NDC party adika akra wonya bi because yeti kromu ha me akrasi nya me do kokoo enso ye PCMB scholarship okra no manya bi emu bi onu hu kokoo da no eno kunyaye so we need to hold 1 year etumi anya 6.3 million vote no
okay
wo mo aba mu no we should hold them to account o ma one other thing twa me yamu pa ne say the ordinary Ghanaian worker any voice be a kasamano because organized labor no and yet sebe the here your workers no more can one me no case over 23,000 workers and are buying about bed revoke or appointment sebe am from rakwan so obi a ya fa no July ya fa no August ya fa no September October 2020 bi kra no November 2024 oba ya one ba be try an appointment Exim Bank National Pensions Regulatory Authority NERP. And then you make a hold. Been ekura one legitimate letters, appointment letters are aban. Legitimate appointment letters are a been made 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. Oh, by ya, be creating new jobs. Ama you for Jano. They all that I know about between over 11,000 teachers. A been one classroom actually 3 months, 4 months. Oh, by ya, be revoke woman appointment. Nurse for about be revoke one appointment. Omonya Ghana for.
Okay.
No. Labor union for Ekoye strike or Galamsey hon. We then here the Ghanaian worker in 23 workers are ya sack woman on failure. Obian to me kasama home.
Okay.
Makwa 10% atum. Meanwhile, most strike over 30% pay riser. Yeah, the ma'am. 30% in the crown. More strike wo. Man ya muso say meanwhile makwa 10% 10% out to Musa.
Okay, so you must minister, former minister Abetraso in Comowan, say Comas, so you saw by the Munina must the Franco Trading Enterprise for the Domasi Bibre, open phone, Papa Pata, Nokia, and I say Samsung and iPhone, Smart TV, BR, all part of ranging from 32 to 100 inches. Air conditioning, BR, 1.5 horsepower, copy 2.5, chest freezers, and a washing machine. Microwave and a blender, CCTV cameras. Franco say one or Papa Adom. For one was 0246 2338 and 0555 939311 and 0302 225651 and I download Franco trading app na Franco on Google Play Store na fe bibi etimako ne kwakwa no obetimako website www.francotrading.com. A former deputy minister of education and a member of parliament for Asin South. Minimum Aquasinsia number 6 can say the city and eating Comoan. Aquasi or the Coinsia account there's So, Minister, before the break, now what concerns about choir abide any the dialogue no yakui and why specifics. But also the feedback I buy after most more exit agents even Sikana modebo free SHS no brano na edi the toss be na essence sikasemo aye denti no ukosuku ahodo no mu a na nyoma bebre atototo sin ewo ho aduane baabi ankora na beda atichafo ho keka kora na ewo fom ni na enkoda enno achi ne kora no so no na sa ama adisua ho asema nkasa no aye obia na musa ana ase okonsa eti ehun sunsun na ense da nye papa even though you can't jumpa na mu the data no atwe si wo say okay free SHS buy no mo hwe modern ba ya de airborne because at a point if I am correct you feel ni pa bia on amusura the cut off point ba it's a serious warning to nkwada say na nkwada do na ampa adisua so what you say enti wa yiru wo nsu dia ya ba ka te wo funa fi wa kofi
so oko Japan, Singapore ni ade a China no ni ade o ba Patriotism for the first time and ba be ko university and so education system no ye dey di mo sin wo mo ana oh enti no principles are oh yes China for be of course go akura ba Patriotism say a major exams pa no ba be ko university no ye pese dey hwe ba bi dey be select na ko na akura do to fail na ba be you have to do diagnostic exams ni ade a ebe ma wanya feedback say national standard test here dey buy P24 ni aye P4 ni aye P6 enti no seem to e wo no na wo correct it enti by the time we betro BC no na what to be correct to a large extent weaknesses are excuse me no say what the BC eba be exams e dey a block 150,000 200,000 say wo mo da achi no yin sin chen in 10 years now we 2.5 million students e wo kroma wapam wo through education system but you see a man focus free SHS no man ni I won't sit here and pretend say we got it 100% right program bia no oh yeah the tie bia no sabe sinto ba kuminu bi beba now so no sinto ba kuminu bia e ba ho what to brain pa na sabe ye ni free SHS some of those challenges were there overcrowding and then overcrowding by aduane asabe to the bia enye was dining hall nya na ye mpenso na ye secondary school enya na etu akra no aduane nkrampo ni na nye free SHS buy me call unannounced visit to schools me mo bia ma na anopa na misi ho obeko breakfast wo mudi pa me kodi bi bia me kodi bi dibi
but some were bad some were very bad
some and no say 926 secondary schools delivering to 1.5 million students ye tie bia no ubenya ba bia sinto beba but sinto no ko basa ase bia aduane bia sorto ba bi ana say aduane bi said anko yi e ba bia won ka say free SHS nti na abanisa obano education quality well among us double track among buy ye mo fra no betina fi very long time yes that is not how anaki nyana ya enke be ye no but once I see over 2,500 infrastructure dormitories 2,500 infrastructure
education secondary school
yes
Secondary
from the
Get
scratch
far.
and say moko ye
There be dormitories for classroom for from Napo time. Honorable Educhum so
Education under
Honorable
one
Dr.
boss.
Matthew Poku Prempeh
2,500.
from 2017. I am telling you, me were all the get farm reports. A detailing nina. Yeah, by education
At various stages of completion.
Oh, yes. Bidimu de ka crab ni awie. De beto ye kra na ya abinda da bi de kra ye to aso complete ye kra no. 1001 such projects. Yeah, no ma. Enti no ya expanded a lot. But ni nyina mu no expansion ni nyina mu no still. Untumi kasa kra bi continue fie because enfante pema ye ma. On continue fie because I say my secondary school ayema. Eno nti ene ye de double track by ese. Ene ebinom aircon na ebinom so e wo fie a omu nuanom no e ba pa na omu so ko. Ni anka se ekwan ni ho nti no yesi bi aka wa ye nya nwi ye no. Ye ntina fie akopem se baby. Enti no sa double track we did it advisedly say in a way I affected contact hours. Enti no under a trimester system na na econo term no. The total academic year contact hours are and no edi nya adeche
increase
na 1080 hours per academic year. Yede ba ya yede double track by excuse me. You increasing mum equal 1134 hours per academic year. And you know by the end of the 3 years no na only teacher mpuni mpu awanya e de asua de no e more than brand no trimester system. We should use the facts for the analysis. But say me de metia wo fo asese o aba be di 2 months e wo fi wa chedodo kan no ba on chesa. But yanka hunu say the most important thing is the contact hours na onya wo school ho no. Na say ka so yenya no trimester system na conveniently the presec dodo on betumi afa wom no omon fa wom the St. Louis dodo betumi afa wom omon fa wom the akan na nkofi 500,000 students will sit home and want to go to school. Enti womo buy your promise you baba abolish double track baba so move slow down
maybe
because reality no hit wa want to me
maybe minister ebia no so I say we see so now okay we see 2,500 education infrastructure for senior high school. That would be enough for them to be to so no the double track system no area from. But another issue because I think the education from Adom a source of funding for free senior high school.
Funding no the kind na risk kasam.
The source.
Funding is the most critical aspect of the implementation of free education.
it's not just the funding alone but we had the speech that President Mahama gave at the opening of the education. We recognize that the education system we inherited has not kept pace with the needs of the 21st century society and the fourth industrial revolution.
Obwa. And let me give you a fact. STEM education, one they buy. Robotics, one they buy. Under your time, on brand or president, and here for now, say school big rano, acquire robotics, Kromuha, and now say to me, global robotics competition, Aquaco winning. And yet, buy an ate man for the prempeno. And here for now, say, Obeko secondary school, non cry laptops, any computer, Edis Yandi. And here for now, say, Omemuha, secondary school, Kuala, a public. To me, I a plane, I a drone, I a code.
So you people are outmoded in your practices.
We have brought innovation. If you are big girls, the inventions, the practical demonstration of STEM innovation, any practical inventions, they are bad. Ghana heya mofra to me drone, plane, the plane form. I'm an two, a surveillance, and a babisi. Ntim to me yebi. Uma aye boat out to me the two ensure so to me woman to me Emma woman and navy for cry collaboration you know to me the cartoons you so the year surveillance between the transfer near video ensure na say disaster be crazy na say nipa bi echo ensure fana to me the no echo surveillance nipa bi sa until rescues enko you
yeah
Ghana education system near the years annual man.
Okay, but remember what the president has said.
And one other point to make in line with that.
But what the president has said, so that you see maybe a president is feedback. So we are able to understand him
very well.
So today, We begin an important journey of consensus building in an important sector, education. For many years, we've watched education standards decline significantly. We have individually and collectively expressed our views on how we believe the education sector's problems can be addressed. What we have lacked, however, is a unified platform on which the various shades of opinion and perspectives can be combined and distilled to yield the most optimal outcomes for our children. In the years before my election, I indicated my desire to convene a national dialogue on the best approach to giving Ghanaian children a shot at a better life through quality and relevant education. A better life through quality and relevant education. I am committed to ensuring that all concerned about education in Ghana have an opportunity to contribute meaningfully to shaping the policies and programs that will deliver the kind of education we all want. I am gratified that this has become a reality. I stand before you today with great pleasure and a deep sense of purpose to officially open. This moment marks a significant step in fulfilling one of the commitments of our 120-day social contract with the good people of Ghana, a commitment to build consensus and the urgent and necessary reforms needed, listen, urgent and necessary reforms needed to reset our educational sector.
Omahne, so my pennies were about the research education there and Ghana, ye babe ye umesia, Mpensenpensenmu drone. I go back to about 30 years. I say so. Now, I'm giving you facts. Or say our quality is declining.
At a faster pace.
In the year 2015, when the early grade reading assessment, World Bank for nominee and the a bank room a survey say, Nipa do was saying and away school more to make kind. They can say quality of education and Kwaremun a can kind and kuntabu and other measure. Obano secondary school, a woman wasi report and other competencies and other measure. World Bank for early grade reading assessment, under President Kufuor in 2015. P2 for an Ukromuha, only 2% penny to make kind. Only 2% of Ghanaian student pupils at P2 and to make kind under President Mahama. And you know, woman who said no, there's a learning crisis in this country. And a man, UNICEF for USAID for any World Bank for Yaki Kambo, day differentiated learning projects being able to buy nearby best started that implementation. You know, World Bank for some minds because you San Franco classroom, you come measure say learning crisis na 2015 no. Mpensenpensenmu you acquire national standardized test. In 2023, I told you say from 2% of pupils are not 1 penny to make kind at P2 under President Mahama no, under President Kufuor no. I jump 38%.
From 2. From
2%. You rule baby a person you drew. The person you drew 90%. Now so no near to me improve every 2% learning crisis to 38%. And it is one of because of Baby reset here. That's what Baby year from Pempen, so I do not sample 2%.
Why do you say
my
reset is not just
it is not correct and true say the woman's a former neko, send a former neko and from 2% of Nkura to making kind of kende and come 0.1% na kebe to making kind. But a pager over secondary schools so not under President Mahama there was a major crisis because when to me and pass English and maths went to me university. On Mpensenpensenmu there was not a single year NIPA 50% candidate 50% to me a passing English and maths. There was not a single year. Facts, why a report. No, I mean, one can't have in the year 2020, in the year 2016, I don't. Let me even reference the year 2015. Okay. The number of candidates I want to pass English, only 42.3%. Only 42.3% and a pass English. Okay. In the year 2023, 73.11% and a pass English. Cross check the facts. In that same year, 32.8% and a passing math. And so no, from the graduate of Ekufuor 2020 the minimum are passing math is 60%. The first time I had the candidate to be a call, made the reports in Abema. Okay. The first time I had the candidate call was here more than 50% to me pass all the 4 core subjects: integrated science, maths, English, and social studies. Eye ku for ado graduates. Wonim de ye. Enya enuane keke ene ye de free SHS so. Ye ma teacher for no intervention allowance. Ye for teacher for over 65,000 e ka ho. Ene ye ma wo mo extra hour bia say kan no woni scan to me ko extra classes ntino. Ye ya ma ehia for meska for men nyina no.
Okay, so let me go through this. According to information from the 2015 WAEC results, approximately 50.29% of the candidates passed English language, which means they achieved a grade between A1 and A6. And then when you get to, it says 2020 WASI performance best since 2015, WAEC report, and also LWAMC. Okay. But clearly, you are building on what you came to meet. Unstagnating. It is okay, there's a check, and that build up. No,
but may Sunday report.
No, I'm reading I'm reading what they.
The main report, WAEC report,
yeah.
So,
Kawasa, because of time, you know.
Yes.
It's just to
you know, that is it. One more time, 32%, 42%.
Okay, in this case, 60%.
Okay. Yes. And you know why Mpensenpensenmu
okay.
Now we are no free. I say I feel on Babe education framework policy.
Yeah.
We already have education strategic plan. 2018, any of these stakeholders boom under Minister Napo time. Any day I want to any Cali Bishop conference and free and any Christian council. Oh, Nani Hana Cali Bishop conference.
The president apologized for the late invitation.
Yes, the late oversight. We you move free once and raise a red flag as oh, Mom Rafi Atimonka. Wabra Ukrumu ha more than half of the schools are away mission schools. Now say St. Augustine, St. Louis, St. Rose, so many. And then I say, oh, let's come to the main point. The main point, broader consultation.
Okay.
About 80% of one committee for ya one coordinating. No more. And since then,
so they are aware.
Yes, we say your education strategic plan. You know, a strategic document aligned to United Nations, aligned to UNESCO, aligned to world, aligned to international standard, aligned to SDG goals, spanning from 2018 to 2030, a 12-year plan. As a baby abaswa, your medium term, long term, they have to align to specific innovation. And so align with that education strategy.
Inclusive with the comprehensive sexual education.
There be no so one day bad ya and the encounter no basso. No man, ain't no so banos or any education policy remarks no. And they are going to the committee is going to do a policy for hey, they should inform him. We have a policy.
But more hand over notes no. Not a
woman. And they should give him good briefing. But now any education policy
about Human Sexual Rights and Family Value Act. 2024.
Every year be a stakeholder consultation from 2018 November be the one we see a National Education Week. At the comprehensive, feedback papers, one presente. And in we the first time I stakeholder consultation. The American say we know your employer, woman de barbitry and you may him free SHS. Never basso. Promise now, promise tertiary students or bema or free scholarship petrium fees amount. One kasa do music according to the Bessian Kakutia. So Ochina and a
but the budget is yet to be read.
It's not just about budget. If you are truly committed to paying that, and we now admissions nearby, not quite directed GTEC, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, say only easy with all the tertiary institutions will be our fund enrollment in audited. Wow, the year you say what the Lego on cut 20 million.
Mahama is yet to take that over.
Maybe no. What auditing in area of indebtedness and commitment? No, from say my budget appropriation be passing a match in him. And my inquiry in anchor because my policy say me tria will be a camano. Name me the Okase, you pass you by June, July, August. My this best amount. All of them, and no nature say you are ready not to go back. Now, Minia. Before
that, this lawyer Alexander Tenkran say, my ward is in St. Augustine Secondary School, Cape Coast, and he claims no one has a computer. Please ask the former minister again.
Oh, St. Augustine's College.
Yeah.
One ICT lab.
So it can be correct.
Oh yes, St. Augustine's College. na se man so secondary school enru St. Augustine se kra ewubi enti no on checking yi
okay all right yeah
enti no ma hene eno edanche amede sa so on be we ko nsi aboso Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Act 2025 version wie bibia tintima wi a yasen sign menu anom MPP for NDC for yina adwan ko benkrum ye share from 2021 no unfortunately and Fufi Antoata died with the 8th parliament in this 9th parliament no we and then the submission
the LGBT
issues no so kan say Mampeni Mahama that time dey or say wono mpo na president and ke passive ya nkade nche kra no you are sent to it na in the yensisan bibia the same thing na court ebu ye bim say entia constitution bia entia amahodo bia conventions treaties na ye mara ye mamre ye customs ye values ye beliefs no project no ye sign the accord me amenua Sam George on nanachi emfamaye enti ma memmo na baso the san say me no me bra ma ban wo so no na me yi manim eye bibia de me de science abi we de koy enti no ono nso na ban ba ya ono nso aye minister said na me nso me deputy minister oh wa di atum san so ono abo bedra nso agi atum ono abo elenton so agi atum na ono abo na adole nso agi atum oh yes enti no in fact mebo o mabaso say omo keep consistent with their principle Megidi say speaker of parliament and so said the accommodate
but that is his position long time on the
so yes also na nachi emfama na parliament say ba ko pe na be kan ho na 275 they nyina dey two in the 8th parliament say 276 menye ni say guan minua Fred Agbanyo be dane na chi di amawe na wo ka 275 ne dia all of us unanimously accepted this. And we are here consultations and him for BSC Siawom, National House of Chiefs, stakeholders, BIA Siawom. And we'll go through the cycle, but a bay and 10 because it is nothing new. Because the same bill I passed 6 months ago, the BIA sign, and they because it died with the last parliament. Yeah, the cycle. Or Mampeni Mahama, Mijis and any budget pass, Nakuma Swadia. Na 2024 or here ni musenko no na ye president anko be sign no or the sakuma pana o de say asofo ebo say ono oye Christiani no onye sa ne man ntum no be sign no enche obe sign e magana for akuma to omuyem CDD 4 year survey no in the year 2022 no almost say in their Afro Barometer report 93% of Ghanaians say Sabdulwe would di hu agro agrobedi 93% of Ghanaians, according to CDD Afro Barometer report in 2022, say 93% say would this bill we who agrobedi. Enti no nya dia speaker be che ho kura.
Enti we a private members bill.
We a private members bill. Say
the president is
one private.
On pay na be no council on pay.
We see should come in a state sponsored.
Da ben. No. Na you on one 6 months ago. Of what private members bills.
Or the debate fast track in terms.
Let us be consistent here, because some we are
I don't think the president will have a challenge in assenting to a consent, but the better way.
Better ways, I say. What did he express? Debbie, Sabro way and a bill, Papa. Name President Akufo-Addo and Attorney General.
Openly, he has declared that he on.
Yes, it was what he said and is on record. Opama producers and more na etifunti say ono ye Assemblies of God ni sa bill of waso and this one na president on chair without hesitation obe sign that same bill no ye deco enya politics LGBT enya politics me I was in power but because of my principle man fa enya politics I stood and said migidie as a sofo as a Christian as obia me manfo sabe ye kufi ne ekware a be man ne be man ware oba ne oba ware de we na migitum I stuck my neck out and ono so gitum until 6 months na wa ba benya president no and if we try U10 say emra we hu hia so and president Mahama say emra we hu hia on kan hu say 93% of Ghanaians Ghana has a emra we hu hia including 93% of the 6.3 million votes na onya ye no until ya dey call parliament here independent ye wie na se de ma no na so se ehu hia na wa ka kire ye ba mprempren ade ye se adwuma se ye no ye na emom ono so so bi ya so na mdo onsan kwan
okay so
we private members bola
our president John Dramani Mahama His Excellency be deliver State of the Nation address on the 27th of this very month na omano for you be hu ye no we try kire on the 27th okọ na nim no so no now the budget and so be remo March. But I leave you with this.
Yeah, but crack no. I'll say me bo MPP for me MPs are also na ba for the honorable member for Mensia Saturn so also no afen no aba also also for pa honorable Hassan Tampoli for also honorable Abdul Kabir Mahama tia for also honorable Eko Vincent asefua won nyina as nkofo bebre and one person almost sign and so just a few and SHS sign because won't mean come
okay so that's why I leave you with this Ghana's
I saw for so the President Mahama ho ya say we're done the chi ama in the appointment of Council of State because yes President Biaba or make sure say Christian Council so for Pombi Council of State ho etunefo President Kufo appointed Reverend Professor Santiago. President Mills Bayeno appointed Reverend Dr. Ni Amudako. Bra President Kufo Bayeno also appointed Bishop Justice Akrofi. Entino bra as of pawning in our court time Mahama President Mahama chi a bomb pie man openly and also no man be a president sign Thanksgiving man on. Na womo hwe no mu say oh power be the QB a bit too for na womo ama akwankyere e wa mammu mu a enka woni asofo akwa enso
okay so
boy 11 appointees no one fa ba kokura amamu say womo anu womo ho pa na asofo kura na atumi yo mu say
I leave you with this Ghana's economy in worse shape than anticipated Dr. Intimo economy
union for ekro union for is it the agenda nkwa o
there be enkasa
is it interesting
yeah was saying
30% nye e ma 10% na ye na 10 ni 30 de ka de
e the Reverend Ntim Fordjour former deputy education minister before since Adom pay na retwe e go be dey akwasi se me o ba here kwa brasante yakram